toxic masculinity.
Senator Rand Paul tells Fauci you parade around in two masks for show.
For show, yeah.
For
So
show.
this is from the Daily Caller. Let's go ahead and switch the big screen there. You parade around in two masks for show. Senator Rand Paul questions Dr. Fauci on wearing masks after vaccination. So Fauci got vaccinated, but he's still running around in two masks. And it's just political theater. It's just political theater, right? It's just like having the troops at the Capitol. Just political theater. There's no reason for it. It doesn't make any sense. It's political theater, right? So Rand Paul calls him out. Republican Kentucky Senator Rand Paul questioned Dr. Fauci on the purpose of wearing a face mask after receiving the coronavirus vaccine. Paul claimed during a Thursday hearing that wearing a mask, or even two masks, after vaccination amounted to little more than theater. But Fauci disagreed. Paul began by asking Fauci about reinfection, hospitalization, and death after either natural infection or the vaccine, saying that there was no data to suggest that there were significant numbers to report. In fact, I don't think we have a hospitalization in the United States after a 2-week period after the second vaccination. We don't have a death in the United States, Paul continued. You're not hearing what I'm saying about variants, Fauci protested. We're talking about wild type versus variants, wild type versus variants. I think they're meant to write wild type virus variants. I'm not really sure. What proof is there that there is significant reinfections with hospitals and death from the variants? None in our country. Zero, Paul replied. I believe that's in internet speak. That's called getting owned. I think Fauci just got owned. You know, Fauci's supposed to be this great expert, but Rand Paul is absolutely schooling him on epidemiology, which is his supposed area of expertise. Rand Paul is exactly right. There are no deaths. There are no hospitalizations of people getting reinfected with COVID, some COVID variant after getting the vaccine, or getting infected after getting the vaccine, I should say. Not necessarily reinfected after having the COVID once, or getting the vaccine. Fauci argued that was not the case, but Paul continued, you can't get it again. There is virtually 0% chance you're going to get it. Yet you're telling people who have had the vaccine, who have immunity, you're defying everything about immunity by telling people to wear masks who've been vaccinated. You want to get rid of the vaccine? You want to get rid of vaccine hesitancy? Paul asked. Tell them they can quit wearing their mask after they get the vaccine. You want people to get the vaccine? Give them a reward instead of telling them that the nanny state is going to be there for 3 more years and you got to wear the mask forever. People don't want to hear it, and there's no science behind it. Oh my God. Sorry, Aston. I think I woke Aston up. I love Rand Paul. This is so spot on, and it actually is very illustrative of the way conservatives think versus the way leftists think, right? So Rand Paul is recognizing that people need incentives to modify behavior, right? If there's no incentive, why modify behavior? If people don't want to get the vaccine, but they're told, look, you can take your masks off. Everybody can take their masks off as soon as they get the vaccine. Everybody can get on a plane without a mask if you get the vaccine. Everybody can start, opening up your businesses if you get the vaccine. Do all these great things if you get the vaccine. Then people will be in a rush to get this vaccine. But as it is, okay, not everybody. Most people will be in a rush to get the vaccine. But as it is, Fauci and Biden and all these people, they're providing zero incentive for anybody to get the vaccine. Look, if you get a vaccine, you can go around and feel safer, but we're still going to have to wear the masks because government tyranny, yay! There's a lot of people going, well, what's the freaking point? I'm not going to get sick anyway. I'm young. I'm relatively healthy.
Yeah, they might spread. I don't know.
No, there is no they might spread. They might not spread. They would not spread. That doesn't make any sense. Of course you're not going to spread the virus if you can't catch the virus. It doesn't make any sense. What are you going to cough nothing and then magically infect people? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Anyway, I find this, again, I'm angering myself as I tend to do. But anyway, love Rand Paul. Think he's spot on. Do you have anything critical to say? Anything?
No.
Is there any angry Valeria rants that need to occur here?
Well, I already said I'm not getting a vaccine. Masks are stupid. One day we get tested before work,
Mm-hmm.
like rapid testing. And one time people just coming and showing medical people their card that they
Mm-hmm.
have had a vaccine.
I know it sounds like she said rabbit testing, but she said rapid
Rapid
testing.
testing. And they're like, no, I don't need to get tested. I had the vaccine. I don't need to wear mask.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, you still have to. Because
Yeah.
people are they think if they got the vaccine, they can like no mask, no test every day. No,
I think that
same
I mean, the
thing.
whole mask thing just shows how easily some people are conditioned into believing something.
That was the
Right.
point of this whole
Well, some people think
theater.
so.
You can see
You're so cynical, Valeria.
you can
You're so
see how
cynical.
many people will obey and do whatever you will
I'm not
tell
sure that
them.
was the intention, but it certainly
Yeah,
was a sort of
why
side
not?
effect
Let's
of it.
just check how people will act. Everybody wears two masks. I mean, in California.
It's particularly unbelievable because when there was a mask shortage, they put out all this information about how masks are unnecessary and masks won't protect you and all this kind of stuff. And then as soon as there was enough masks, they were like, if you're not wearing a mask, you just aren't following the science. It's like, didn't you just say that didn't make any sense scientifically speaking
They
based on the
changing
science?
their mind every month, a new thing.
Well, yeah. Okay, so yeah. All right, so everybody wear your 16 masks, get vaccinated, and stay in quarantine forever. All right, shall we move on to the next story?
We have a super chat from Tammy.
Oh, Tammy, thank you.
I think you two are extremely intelligent and might I say adorable together! Exclamation mark.
I've never read a more sarcastic tweet in my life.
I try not
Or
to
not tweet,
miss
sorry.
I try not to miss any of your videos on all channels. Not being creepy, just enjoy your info and your voice. Valeria's accent is so great. I hate my accent. I hate my
Valeria
accent.
has two eyes. She wrote spelling question mark. For some reason, they spell it with two eyes on her passport. But I'll tell you what, Tammy, we love you too. That is awesome. Thank you so much
Really,
for that.
people like my accent. I'm so surprised.
Literally, like if I'm editing this for Mr. Reagan, because some of these videos go up on Mr. Reagan, sometimes I edit with the speaker on instead of my headphones, and Valeria will start screaming, "Ah, turn it off! Turn it off!" She doesn't like to hear her voice. It's pretty funny. Well, thank you, Tammy. That is actually really lovely. And it's funny when people write stuff like that. I've been doing this for quite some time now, and obviously, I my videos went pretty big with the AOC brains behind AOC video, and so I have people that occasionally will recognize me in the street and want a picture and all that kind of stuff. And but I still find messages like that super flattering and really nice.
Well, I think
Truly.
the message was supposed to be, Chris, you're okay, Valeria. You have to go back wherever you came from. Your accent is horrible. You didn't learn English in 5 years you being in America. Like, speak perfectly. That's how racist America should be, right? You go
That's
back.
how it should
Go
be.
back to your home country. Your accent is horrible.
Yeah, if you're a Democrat, that's what you would expect. Sure. Look at that smile. Oh, horrible Russian.
Valeria, we
smile.
all love Asian accents.
Asian Jew. Thank you very much. If you didn't catch yesterday's broadcast, Valeria is trying to figure out if she's an Asian Jew because she's 1% Jewish, according to her Ancestry DNA results. And Russia is at least in part in Asia. So she should at least have 3 minority status, including being a woman. All right, so should we move on to the next story, darling?
Yes.
What are you laughing for?
Ron Baker said, you need to go on a diet. You are getting bigger.
Me or you?
It was referred to toxic masculinity, so I guess.
Ron Baker needs to shut his face. I got fat ages ago, Ron Baker. Thank you very much. I'm not getting fatter. Okay, I am fat. And I am on a diet. Thank you very much.
And you're pissed again. Thank you.
I just don't have time to get on the Peloton as much. Huh?
And you're pissed again.
And yeah, I'm pissed off. So, okay, can you read us the next story instead of reading us insults by Ron Baker?
Okay. Killer Putin fires back at Biden.
Yeah, Killer Putin. Yeah, this is a great
Did
story.
Biden call Putin killer?
Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.